These dogs go through a lot of practice drills to learn how to do tasks for people that can't do it themselves, like turning off the lights. Illy, lights! Illy, lights! An employee here at Gold's Gym in Champaign says after the first of the year, they see about a 15% increase in membership. Lieutenant Frost says a big issue these days with pedestrian safety are the distractions created by electronics. While many runners are doing some last-minute conditioning, volunteers are busy setting up tables, hanging signs, and doing whatever they can to get ready for the next couple days. The owner of Champaign Cycle says the CU community is just a naturally bike-friendly place. Rumlevy says this year has been really hot. They've had to hose down the animals at least twice a day, if not more.
Prospect Bank in Champaign always takes security seriously, but after 2 banks nearby were robbed last week, they aren't taking any risks.
ABC News Channel 15's James Fillmore joins us live in the studio to tell us more. James.
Well, Lisa, Doug, making sure cameras are working and checking surveillance pictures to see if they are clear or not are just some of the steps Prospect Bank is taking to ensure the safety of its employees and customers in the event of a robbery. At Prospect Bank in Champaign, alarms are tested on a regular basis. The building is relatively new, so the bank has an up-to-date security system, but they don't want to leave anything to chance. After people started robbing banks in the area, Prospect Bank went over standard procedures with employees.
Where the alarms are, what it takes to set them off, when they should set them off, and just to review that everybody knows where all the alarms are at.
The bank has a lot of windows, so they can keep an eye on who is coming in. The branch manager says another one of their defenses is they try to greet customers as they enter.
Basically, if you meet somebody at the door, if they're going to rob you, they don't want to see you eye to eye before they come in.
The location of the bank also helps. It's on the corner of Kirby and Prospect, which has a lot of traffic driving by every day.
I don't know where someone would go. I mean, they can't drive up here. They couldn't get out. They'd have to escape on foot, but it's still busy.
Prospect Bank is a pet-friendly bank, so Lucy here is just one added security measure.
Lucy especially does not like sunglasses and hats, so she barks if somebody comes in the bank with a hoodie or a hat or sunglasses.
Well, at first they tried to stop Lucy from barking at people who wore hats or hoodies, but now it's something they encourage. Lucy and another golden retriever named Popcorn are usually in the lobby during normal business hours. Alitza, back to you. The students at the University of Illinois are back.
Everyone comes back and you can just feel the spirit and the excitement, and everyone is just so happy to be back and having a really good time.
Thousands of co-eds are in Urbana for the first weekend.
I got my books today, they're in my backpack, got some clothes.
Buying supplies, making friends.
I've met 20 friends yesterday and even more to come, and so I'm excited.
And gearing up for the start of the school year.
I love walking down Green Street and seeing how all the people, going through the quad and people sitting there and stuff. It's great to be back.
A sentiment shared by students and businesses. The general manager of Potbelly Sandwich Works says they've had steady foot traffic for all 3 meals.
Just the move-in sales alone are triple what we usually do.
Down the street, business at Custom Cuts is also buzzing.
Students are all over campus, so it's been exciting.
The store manager of Custom Cuts says that just in the first few days, the number of students that they've seen coming through the doors has at least doubled.
Summer month is really slow, and so even the first 2 move-in days has been just incredible. The amount of people coming in the doors, just checking us out, looking at prices, looking at what products we carry.
In Urbana, James Fillmore, ABC News Channel 15. This morning at the Village Mall parking lot in Danville, about 50 people revved up their engines, kicked up their stands, and hit the road for a good cause.
We rode on it last year, and it was a fun ride. And we support the fire departments. And 9/11, we don't want to forget.
Over 30 bikes were registered for the 9/11 Firefighter Memorial Ride. The bikers made stops at the Homer Fire Station, the Paxton Fire Station, and ended at the Friendly Tavern in Danville. Proceeds from the ride go to the Illinois and Indiana Firefighters Association's Fallen Firefighter Fund and help those killed or injured in the line of duty with medical expenses.
When something happens to a firefighter, it affects all of us, no matter if we've trained with them or been on a call with them. It's just, we all work together.
Gerald Birkland is from Paxton and has participated in the memorial ride many times before.
Just makes me feel better about things. At least I'm doing a little something to help them out.
Kathy Flannery and her husband came out from Fithian and think helping this cause is the right thing to do.
It makes me feel good. I feel like I've done something, and I'm enjoying the ride at the same time.
Well, organizers have held this ride every year since the September 11th terrorist attacks. Hudson says they hope to raise at least $1,000 from the memorial ride. Ben?
A 14-year-old boy is behind bars as a 3-year-old boy is in the hospital recovering after being shot. The case unfolded just before 4 in the 900 block of East Pennsylvania Avenue in Urbana.
Police tell us the 14-year-old carried the little boy outside and passed him off to someone who was walking by, then walked back into the home to get the gun. ABC News Channel 15's James Fillmore has been following the story all day. He joins us live in the studio with more. James.
Lisa, Doug, the 14-year-old did surrender to police once they got to the scene. Authorities report both boys are residents of the home, but they're not confirming if they're related. What we do know is that the 14-year-old was playing with a gun inside the home when he accidentally shot the 3-year-old. Neighbors we talked to today call the shooting a tragedy. Police tape and Urbana Police Department squad cars surrounded 905 East Pennsylvania for most of the night.
It makes me sad, you know. My thoughts and prayers go out to the family of the child, you know, because, you know, no one should ever be injured in something like this, and especially a child.
Ryan Umberger lives down the street from the scene of the shooting. He says the whole situation is extremely sad.
It's not good. It's, you know, it makes it not feel not unsafe, but, you know, just nice that, you know, the cops are out there doing the job.
Another man who lives near the scene had the resident's dog and tried to return it.
Police wouldn't let us anywhere near the house, and we're essentially just holding on to this dog, not sure what to do with it.
Caleb Peevler first heard about the shooting from a neighbor.
It makes me sad in the sense that I have a 9-month-old son. To think that could happen to anybody young, anybody at all, I guess, is really unfortunate.
The 14-year-old was arrested and taken to the Champaign County Juvenile Detention Center. He faces preliminary charges of reckless discharge of a firearm and unlawful use of a weapon. Doug, back to you. Chairs, old playbills and posters, and even sections of the stage were for sale at Urbana High School's Cobb Memorial Auditorium. The nearly 100-year-old theater is going to be renovated, and the thousands of dollars raised will help pay for the $4.5 million project. The technical director says it's not just about the money. They're also keeping a lot of things like pieces of the stage and old chairs out of the landfill.
We've got a lot of materials which will have a second life after they leave here. The seats will be in people's game rooms or home theaters.
When Lee Maxey was a student at Urbana High School, he was behind the scenes for plays, working the lights, and building sets.
It's a good idea, a good way to raise some money to do the renovations.
He lives in California now, but was back in the area for his 50-year class reunion. He stopped into the sale to buy a piece of the curtain.
It'll remind me of my high school days here in Urbana.
Ellen Thomas performed in shows like Hello Dolly and Oklahoma when she was a student at Urbana High. She bought a chair and a piece of the stage.
I was in orchestra as well when I was in high school, and then in choir. So we did a lot of different shows here and just really nostalgic.
In Urbana, James Fillmore, ABC News Channel 15.